The air was thick with humidity. It was the summer of 1955 in Montgomery, Alabama. You could cut the tension with a knife. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was just a young man then, full of hope, but also fear. Segregation was the law. Jim Crow ruled the South with an iron fist. Then, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on that bus. It was an act of defiance that shook the nation. Her courage ignited a firestorm. We knew things had to change. We needed a leader.
Then, Martin Luther King Jr. stepped onto the stage of history. I'll never forget the first time I saw him. He was young, with a powerful voice that resonated deep within your soul. He spoke of love, equality, and justice. His words were like a beacon of hope in the darkness of segregation. He was more than just a man, he was a movement. He was the embodiment of our dreams. Our fight for freedom had found its voice.
Dr. King's voice was like thunder, echoing through the Jim Crow South. He spoke with a conviction that sent shivers down your spine. He had this way of making you believe. Believe that change was possible. Believe that we could overcome. His message was simple, yet profound. He preached nonviolence. He believed in love, even in the face of hate. He taught us to turn the other cheek, to meet violence with peace. This wasn't easy. We were spit on, beaten, and jailed.
But Dr. King's words gave us strength. He reminded us that we were fighting for something bigger than ourselves. He told us that our suffering would not be in vain, that one day our children would live in a nation where they would be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
The Montgomery bus boycott was our first test. For 381 days we walked, we carpooled, we organized. We showed the world that we would not be broken. Through it all, Dr. King was our rock. He was arrested, his house was bombed, but still, he stood strong. The boycott was a victory. It showed the power of nonviolent resistance. It exposed the injustice of segregation to the world. And it energized the civil rights movement.
We learned that we were not alone. People from all walks of life, from all over the country, joined our cause. We were black and white, young and old, united in our pursuit of justice.
Birmingham, Alabama was a crucible. It was a city where segregation was deeply entrenched. But Dr. King knew that to bring about real change, we had to confront racism head-on.
The images that came out of Birmingham shocked the nation. Police dogs attacking peaceful protesters, fire hoses blasting children. The brutality was on full display for the world to see.
But amidst the chaos, Dr. King remained steadfast. He was arrested and thrown in jail. It was there, in the confines of a Birmingham jail cell, that he penned his famous Letter from Birmingham Jail.
His words resonated with the power of truth. He wrote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly, affects all indirectly." The March on Washington in 1963 was a watershed moment. Hundreds of thousands of us converged on the nation's capital. We came from all corners of the country, united in our demand for equality.
And then Dr. King delivered his most iconic speech, "I Have a Dream." His words echoed across the reflecting pool, touching the very soul of America.
He spoke of his dream of a day when his children would live in a nation where they would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. It was a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
As I stood there, listening to his words, I felt a surge of hope. I truly believed that change was within our grasp, that we were on the cusp of a new era of equality. But tragedy struck on April 4, 1968. Dr. King was assassinated, shot down in Memphis, Tennessee. The news hit us like a ton of bricks. It felt like our dreams were shattered.
Riots erupted in cities across America. Grief, anger, and despair filled the air. It seemed like the nation was on the verge of collapse.
But even in death, Dr. King's message of peace and love resonated. He had planted a seed of hope that would continue to grow even in his absence.
We knew that we couldn't let his sacrifice be in vain. We had to continue the fight. We had to make his dream a reality. Dr. King's legacy is not just about the Civil Rights Act or the Voting Rights Act, it's about the enduring power of his message, a message of hope, equality, and justice. He taught us that change is possible, that ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things when they come together for a common cause.
His dream is still alive today. We see it in the fight for social justice, economic equality, and voting rights. We see it in the countless acts of kindness and compassion that happen every day.
Dr. King may be gone, but his spirit lives on. He continues to inspire us to create a more just and equitable world for all. His dream is our dream, and it's a dream worth fighting for. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more contents like this.